Hello, everybody. This is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Part 4, Chapter 21. Betsy had not left the hall when Stepan Arkadyevitch appeared on the threshold. He had come from Alsace, where they had just received fresh oysters. "Princess, you here? What a fortunate meeting. I've just come from your house." "The meeting is but for a moment. I'm going," replied Betsy, smiling as she buttoned her gloves. "Wait just a moment, Princess. Allow me to kiss your hand before you put on your glove. Nothing pleases me so much, in returning to ancient ways, as the custom of kissing a lady's hand." He took Betsy's hand. "When shall we meet again?" "You don't deserve to see me," replied Betsy, laughing. "Oh, yes, I do, for I've become a serious man. And not only take care of my own affairs, but also other people's," said he, with importance. "Ah, I'm delighted to hear it," replied Betsy, knowing that he referred to Anna. Going back into the hall, they stood in a corner. "He's killing her," she whispered with conviction. "Impossible to." "I'm glad that you think so," replied Stepan Arkadyevitch, shaking his head with sympathetic commiseration. "That's why I'm in Petersburg." "The whole town are talking about it," said she. "The situation is intolerable. She's fading away before our very eyes. He doesn't understand that she is one of those women whose feelings cannot be treated lightly. One of two things. Either he ought to take her away and act decidedly, or else be divorced. But this is killing her." Yes, exactly," sighed Oblonsky. "I've come for that. That is to say, not entirely for that. They've just made me chamberlain. Had to thank them, but the main thing was to arrange this matter. Oh, may the Lord help you," said Betsy. Stepan Arkadyevitch accompanied the princess to the door, kissed her wrist just above the glove, where the pulse beat, and after paying her an impudent compliment, at which she laughed rather than take offense, he left her to go to his sister. Anna was in tears. In spite of this lively humor, Stepan Arkadyevitch passed very easily from the most exuberant gaiety to the tone of poetical tenderness which suited his sister's frame of mind. He asked how she felt, and how she'd passed the day. "Wretchedly, very wretchedly. Night and day, the future and the past, all wretched," she replied. "You see things under a cloud. You must have courage. Look life in the face. It's hard, I know, but I've heard that some women love those whom they despise," began Anna suddenly. "But I hate him for this generosity. I cannot live with him. Understand me, he has a physical effect on me which drives me out of my mind. I cannot live with him. What shall I do? I have been unhappy before. I thought it impossible to be more so, but this surpasses all that I could have imagined. Knowing how good and perfect he is, and aware of my inferiority, can you conceive of my hating him nevertheless? There's absolutely nothing left for me to do but to—" She was going to add the word die, but her brother would not let her finish. "You are ill and nervous, and you see everything exaggerated. There's really nothing so very terrible." And Stepan Arkadyevitch smiled at her evident despair without seeming rude. His smile was so full of kindness and an almost effeminate sweetness that, instead of irritating, it was calming and soothing. His words acted like oil of sweet almonds. Anna at once felt the effect. "No, Stiva," she said, "I'm lost, worse than lost, and yet I'm not yet lost. I can still say that all is over. Alas, I feel the contrary. I seem like a cord too tightly stretched, which must of necessity break. But the end is not yet come, and it will be terrible. No, the cord can be carefully loosened. There's no difficulty without some way out of it. I've thought it over and thought it over again, and I only see one." He saw by her look of dismay that the one way that she meant was death. And again he did not allow her to finish. "No, listen to me. You cannot judge of your position so well as I. Let me tell you frankly my opinion." He smiled again cautiously, with his almond oily smile. "I will begin at the beginning. You married a man 20 years older than yourself, and you married without love, or at least without knowing what love was. It was a mistake, as well admitted." "Oh, a terrible mistake," said Anna. "But, I repeat it was an accomplished fact. Let us say you then had the misfortune to fall in love, not with your husband. That was a misfortune, but that too was an accomplished fact. Your husband knew it and forgave you. After each sentence he stopped as if to give her time to reply, but she said nothing. Now the question is, can you continue to live with your husband? Do you wish it? Does he wish it? Well, I know nothing about it. Nothing. But you yourself have just said that you could no longer endure. No, I didn't say so. I deny it. I know nothing. I understand nothing. But allow, you cannot understand it. I'm precipitated head first into an abyss, and I may not save myself. I cannot. You will see that we can prevent you from falling and from being crushed. I understand you. I feel that you're not able to express your feelings, your desires. I desire nothing, only to end all this. He sees this and knows it. Do you suppose that he doesn't suffer too? You suffer, he suffers, and what way of escape is there from all this torture? A divorce would settle everything. Stepan Arkadyevitch had not reached this point without difficulty, and having expressed his principal idea, he looked at Anna to see what effect it would have. She shook her head without replying, but her beautiful face lighted up for a moment, and he came to the conclusion that if she did not express her wishes, it was because the thought of their being realized was too enticing. I'm extremely sorry for you. How happy I should be to arrange it for you, said Stepan Arkadyevitch. Don't say a word. If God will only permit me to express all that I feel, I'm going to find Alexey Alexandrovitch. Anna looked at him out of her brilliant, thoughtful eyes, and did not reply.